Welcome back to the channel, guys. And then from what you can see, we are going to be working on the Jeep. I know it's been out of commission for a little while now, but I have a new rear end. Unfortunately, it has the 355 gearing, which this has the 407. But I'm just going to drop the front drive shaft just so I could get the car running. We're going to go ahead and back that up, get this put in, and I hope I don't mess anything up. If you guys haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button down there. It helps a lot. Give me a thumbs up, share with your friends so I can continue making content every single week for you guys. All right, guys, so far we got the rear end up. Once again, we're doing this janky, weird thing where we're having it sit on that, but we're also holding the pumpkin with that. So hopefully the car won't fall. I did shake it pretty hard. I mean, it seemed to hold. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to pop this tent off to see if this bushing will just slide off. So that way we don't have to pop this off yet. And then from there, I'm gonna get these e-brake cables off, the brake lines over there by where Jeremy is. And then we'll drop it from the leaf spring, put the wheel back on and roll it out. I'm thinking that'll probably be the easiest way. So that way, when we start to swap everything over from this rear end to that rear end, we're not doing it underneath the truck. That way it'd be ideally more safer, I would assume, with it over here. But another thing I also have to do is these brake shoes and drums are all brand new. Same thing with the cylinder, I forget what it's called, the wheel cylinder, I believe. Right here, so I got to pull all that out because all that's brand new as well. And so I'm going to swap all that over to that one. And that's probably, honestly, as far as we're going to get tonight, unless everybody's going to try to be a trooper and go all and pull, go until we're done. But I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. But anyways, like I said, we'll get this out and I'll drop the lines. And I hope that's all we need. After we get this, we could probably pop that. Oh yeah, and the struts also need to come off up there, I believe. I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna keep it on there. Probably just pop it off from down here. Slide that out. But we're gonna continue working on it, and I'll pick up the camera again after we get this rear end. So we changed it up a little bit, guys, because yeah, wasn't really coming off right here too easily. I thought this whole bushing would slide out, but actually it's bolted down, or that's all connected right there, which for some reason didn't even think about it. So we're actually going right here, and that doesn't look like it's attached to anything else besides here and over there where Jeremy's working on. So once those 15mm bolts come out, this sway bar should be loose away off of the car, and then I'm gonna have to climb down here and start working on pulling the e-brake cable stuff. So we'll work on that here soon. Oh yeah, we also got dropped this. Alright guys, so quick update. I found out why my rear end is not engaging. So that's gonna be interesting to see how it looks inside that differential. But so far, we got sway bar is dropped. ABS lines are dropped, and I was originally going to just pull the ABS out, but come to find out it doesn't go through here. You actually have to pull the line through the whole axle or the whole rear end to get that out, which is whatever, because like I said, the shoes and the brakes, the pads, all this stuff, this is all new anyways. So eventually I'm gonna yank all that out, swap it into here before we put that one back in. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna finish tonight. It is getting pretty dark already, but at least I could get the rear end pulled out before we finish everything else. So right now I gotta pull the e-brake cable, and then we gotta drop the strut and drop the drive line, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is break the bleeder, or break this brake line and take that off, so that way it doesn't leak everywhere while I'm trying to do everything else. And then I'll probably end up pulling all this into the garage tonight so I can swap everything over. I might even give it a quick shot of paint and drain that differential, and we'll put new gear oil in it tomorrow. And then we can also slide this, put it all back together. I gotta drop the front drive line because it's different gear ratios inside the front differential and the rear diff, and I'm not gonna be able to use four-wheel drive for a little while until I can get a 355 gearing in the front. So here in about like a month or two, you hear me? We're gonna have to do the front, and that's even worse than doing the rear. So, anyways, let me go ahead and get all that taken care of real quick, and then we can get this pulled out. And then, like I said, I'll see if I could get all this inside the garage tonight, so we can start swapping. All right, guys. So it's pretty late out, and I was able to get that dropped. I haven't swapped anything over from the old diff to the new one yet. I'm probably gonna end up doing that tomorrow, and hopefully I can get it back on the car because it at least needs to move. So that way I could get out of the driveway even if I don't finish it by the weekend. But I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow. And you guys, I'll see you. Okay, guys, so it's the next day. This is pretty much where I left it last night. I had everything dropped. So now all I have to do is swap all the brake stuff over with the wheel cylinder. I think that's what that's called back there. I always forget. And then the leaf springs all need to come over, and then I could bolt it back up. Hopefully it'll be as easy as that. It looks like they cut the ABS lines, so I have to swap all the ABS lines over from that one to this one. But I think everything else should be fine. Also, it scraped while we were moving this around a little bit, so it started leaking. So I'm gonna have to open this back up, clean it out, and then reseal it, and put new gear oil back in it. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to clean this off a little bit, and then probably just give it a quick coat of some black, so that way it looks a little bit cleaner when it's back under there. Alright, quick update for you guys. So Chang came over and helped me out real quick. He pulled the leaf springs off of here. He also pulled the ABS lines off there while I worked on this one as well. So I got the old ABS lines off. We got the new ones in. The only reason I swapped, well, two reasons. For one, they cut the ABS lines on this one, and for two, I know for sure that the ones that were in mine worked. So even if they didn't cut these, I was still gonna swap the ABS lines over anyways, because I know mine works for sure, and it's just a lot easier just to do it right here than to do it when it's back in the car. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw, well, I did a quick thing of paint on it, but now it's dirty again since we ran the new ABS line. So I'm gonna clean it off again, shoot it down with another coat of paint. As far as swapping the brakes over, I'm actually gonna wait until the rear end is back in the car and not have to fight all the springs tension in here, trying to have somebody hold it down. So when it's bolted up, it'll be a lot easier to just swap everything over from the brakes over. So I'm gonna do that, and also wheel cylinders. I'm not quite sure what that's called, man. I completely forgot. But these lines are easy to come out. Those actually was twisting the line, and that's why they're cut on both sides now. This one actually broke off. That one we cut just to get it out of the way, easier to do. So that's another cool thing that I'm glad I'm also doing this, because like I said, it was kinked inside the nut and the whole line was twisting, so it was only a matter of time before that line broke, and obviously it did on that side when we were pulling it. So I think the next thing to do is, I'll throw a quick shot of paint on here, clean that up a little bit, and I believe we put the leaf springs back on with the U-bolts, and then it's ready to go back up. So shooting the paint, I'm actually not doing anything fancy. I'm seriously just going right over it. Okay, all that, it's all gonna get dirty again anyways once it's back out on the street, but until then, at least it won't look that bad under the car. Alright, so let's get the leaf springs put back on. Well, I'll give it a couple seconds to dry out, then I'll put the leaf springs back on. So I was putting the strut back in, and I actually snapped one of the bolts, the heads right off the bolt. But now that I got this new welder, I welded a nut to the broken bolt, and it came right out. So if you guys ever break a bolt off and there's a little bit left over, try to put a nut over it and weld it. So this is what the one was. I went and bought some grade 8 ones. So these should be a lot stronger. I'm gonna go ahead and do both sides since I'm already doing the one side. So I'm gonna get these on, and I can bolt these up, and I'll run all the lines, Put the sway bar back on, and on the drive shaft. That should be good. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, so the rear end is put back together. Got the wheel back on. All I have to do now is bleed the brakes and drop it, but it's basically done. So I get my Jeep back, finally back on the road, and really excited about that. So I'm gonna end the video here. Today's actually the 4th of July, so I have a barbecue. I'm already an hour and a half late too, so I'm gonna finish this up, get that back behind the gate. But I'm gonna call it for this video. I'm just so excited to have my Jeep back. So if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds of your time to let me know that I can continue making these. And we'll finish up real soon. Go ahead, shoot it down. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe.